Making its world debut at the Cannes Yachting Festival, this is the Lazzara LPC 300. An LPC 300, it stands for Lazzara Power Catamaran, and the 300 comes from the 300 square meters of living space that you have on board. That equates to over 3,200 square feet of living space. It's absolutely massive, and all of that comes in a package that's 21.4 meters in length, or just over 70 feet. The beam, as you can imagine, is very wide at 29 feet and 2 inches, or 8.9 meters, and it has a draft of 5 feet and 3 inches, or 1.6 meters. Inside, you can sleep 10 guests in 5 different cabins, and it also can house up to 4 crew members. Now, during my preview walk, this yacht impressed me in every single area. I think you all are going to be really impressed as well. And on this yacht, we have a patented hull design, which I promise you've never seen before on a Power Cat. But we'll get to that in a little bit. For now, I think we're ready to make our way on board. And thank you, of course, to Lazzara Yachts for granting us access on board for a tour. As you can see at the back of the yacht, we have a very impressive beach club. We're going to slip our shoes off and make our way on board via the staircase right here. And in this beach club area, there is a section for the hydraulic swim platform, so you will store your tender here. And the beach club is one of the first standout areas, in my opinion. On a yacht of this size, it is unheard of to find a beach club that's this large. You'd have to buy a much larger super yacht, maybe double the length to get something equivalent. But as you can see, we have an assortment of furniture. Of course, this will be customized to your liking. You can see some of the toys that are stored on board, as well as a TV mounted. And another feature I really liked are these windows. And there are so many things that you've probably never seen on a Power Cat. I know I haven't. So I'm going to try to limit repeating myself as much as I can. But hey, if it's impressive and it's something I've never seen, I'm definitely going to call it out. And then 2 last things to talk about in this area. 1, you can see the poles, so you can set up a shade overhead if you want some protection from the sun. And then also, I just wanted to point out how grand and beautiful this double staircase looks, leading up on either side to the upper deck. And some of you may have noticed the door over here. Don't worry, I'm not missing it and I'm not ignoring it. We're gonna get to this door later on in the tour. And we'll also come back to this area because the engines on this yacht are located deep in the hull on either side, and you access them via a hatch on either side. Let's just stand all the way in the corner. All right, you've probably had enough of this beach club area, but we started off with a fantastic space, so I did want to cover it adequately. And now, we're going to make our way up onto the main deck. So this is the main aft deck. We have several pieces of furniture, all facing aft. And of course, walking up to the railing, you get a tremendous view off the back of the yacht. You also have the stairs, of course, that lead up to the flybridge, and we'll check that out later on. And before we head inside through these powered glass doors, let's walk up to the foredeck. Because we have all this beam to play with, you have extremely wide decks on each side. And if we come all the way up to the front, this is another fantastic space. You can see a huge row of sun pads, but then this area is also convertible. If you notice right here, and let me go to the other side so my shadow's not in the way. But if you notice right here, we have these cushions, but there is a teak table underneath. So you can remove these cushions, you raise up the table, and then you have a fantastic alfresco dining space up here on the foredeck. I see we have some pop-up lights. And then in here we have some storage, and you also have access to the anchor equipment. So let's head back on the opposite side. Like I said, this yacht is so wide at 29 feet. That's I mean, you're looking at a yacht that's 45, 50 meters plus if you're trying to get that beam. And this will lead us back to the aft deck. And then I think I mentioned it before, these doors are powered. So let's step inside. Once again, all the furniture was custom selected by the owner, and everything is done in-house by Lazzara. You have plenty of seating on either side. And because this is a Power Cat, I really like how they incorporated this design. You get wide open views from 360 degrees, literally everywhere you look. You get unobstructed views. You can see with the curtains pulled back, we have side access doors on either side. And we have the door open over here, so you can see what that looks like. So you can really open up this main salon if you wanted to. And then also, one thing you'll notice in every single area, whether we're in the main salon, the cabins, even the crew areas, everything is finished with the highest quality materials. This furniture looks extremely comfortable. You'll see the details in the millwork. Also very soft lines, there's no sharp edges anywhere. I know that's something that they purposely did. You have Alcantara and other soft touch materials, and there is a TV that rises up right here. But I like how it's still not the focal point. You still have the seating that faces each other. You have beautiful accent lighting in the ceilings. And this slight drop-down ceiling, you'll see that in multiple areas as well, not just this main deck. And then of course you've already seen a preview, but here is the formal dining area where all 10 guests can comfortably dine on board. And you'll have to let me know what you think of the interior design in the comment section down below. So far, I am extremely impressed with this Lazzara LPC 300. And last but not least, I actually really like how it's located in the aft section, but we do have a day head for this level. And then before we head downstairs, we also have a wheelhouse location. So this is more of a backup inside, just in case the weather's not nice. But up on the flybridge, you have another helm station with a complete second set of controls. But you can see we have Garmin multifunction displays. This yacht comes with Volvo IPS engines, spoiler alert, so you can see the joystick right here. And then you still have fantastic visibility with the 360-degree views. And now let's talk about some of the innovation on this yacht. Traditionally on a Power Cat, you would see stairs leading down from the main salon because that's the only way to access all of the guest cabins as well as the galley. But on this yacht with the patented hull design, they were able to fit a second lower level in the middle of the yacht. I promise you've never seen a Power Cat like this, and that's one of the main reasons this yacht is so exceptional. In addition, of course, to the high-end design and all of the beautiful materials throughout. This yacht really takes it to the next level from a craftsmanship perspective, as well as the engineering. But because you don't have the staircases leading down to each hull, and what I mean by that is traditionally on a catamaran, you have a hull on either side that you can access to go below. But because we have the hull space in the middle as well, there's no staircase that you see. It's all wide open. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, it will in a moment, because we're going to head downstairs next. First, we're going to make our way down to the galley. And I love how they have this open air atrium above the galley. There's also large windows in the ceiling, so you get tons of natural light down in this space. As mentioned before, high-end materials. We have the Alcantara lining the railings. So here, of course, is the galley. We have Miele appliances on board. And this is the full beam of the yacht. And another very impressive thing, before we even see the guest cabins, traditionally on a yacht of this size, The crew cabins will be confined in the forepeaks all the way forward, and normally on most traditional power cats, you have to access them from outside through a small hatch. It's definitely not crew friendly, and it's not high-end at all, but on this yacht, you can access the crew cabins directly from the galley. So here on this side, there's a few steps down, you'll see their mess, and then we're not gonna go down into this one, but we will go down into the other one. There's 4 crew members in total, and I promise these 2 cabins are mirrored. When you take a few steps down on this side, you have more prep space, you have the wine fridge. And then in here, this is also where we find the laundry room. You have plenty of storage. And then here is the cabin for the crew. I like the really light woods in here. This is very elevated compared to a traditional crew space. And their ensuite is right here. And because of that amazing engineering with all the guest cabins in the middle, this is what allows you to have the crew area located in a traditional space where normally you'd find the guest cabins, instead of tucked all the way up in the forepeak. We're currently located on the farthest edge of the hull. We'll give you one more look. Oh, one thing I almost forgot to mention, they even have some natural light in here, because I know they're pretty small, but still it's better than nothing. You have small windows just next to the beds, and those are facing the inside of the yacht underneath the hull. All right, now we're gonna check out all of the guest cabins. And then this is what makes this yacht so innovative. You will never find a section like this on any other power cat. So the 4 guest cabins, these are mirrored to each other. And the owner wanted to ensure everyone has very large beds, so these are the full queen size with the Alcantara headboards. Their TV up on the wall. You can open up this small window for some ventilation. And their closets are over here. We also have the en-suites, complete with rainfall showers. They're stone lined. And you even have a small, I wouldn't call it a dressing table, but there's at least a shelf that you can swivel this across, set that down. So if you're getting ready in the morning, you need to put your stuff there, you have a place to do it. Then across the hall, as mentioned, this will be mirrored to the last. And here's a good example of these massive windows. You get plenty of natural light and great views as well. And then I mentioned upstairs that even in the ceilings of some of these lower levels, you still have the beautiful accent lights as well as the drop-down ceilings. And you can see that design element right here. Every single room has this. I think it really elevates the space. Details like this really tell me that they put a lot of thought into the design. And then here, last but not least, the final guest cabin. And then we saved the best for last. I promised a full beam owner suite. And here it is. Let's move over to one side. Now this is the size of an owner suite you'd find on a much larger super yacht. Another huge benefit of a power cat with this unique design. Same details in the ceiling. You can see your closets on either side, just behind the bed. Then over here, this is your ensuite. So when these blinds are out of the way, you have a massive window, your double vanity, over here we'll find the toilet. And this room is stone lined, of course. And then on the other side, This is where we find the rainfall shower. You can actually see how the glass becomes more frosted as it goes down, but up top, you're able to see right through it. And that window continues just back here. And then if you don't want to see your ensuite, we have these curtains that you can just pull across. So if you want to block out the light or just not see this area, you have the means to do so. And you think you may have seen it all, but on the other side of this room, check this out, guys. Maybe you put it together. We have access from the door to the beach club directly into this ensuite. Before we get out here, actually, some of you love to see it. Here's the TV. But wait, there's even more. Before we get out to the beach club, this other door can be opened up as well. Here is that door that leads back out. But you also have a fold-out balcony on this yacht. We can't have it extended at the Cannes Yachting Festival. I'm going to put a picture on the screen so you can see what this looks like when it's extended. But when you're at anchor, you can have this extended out. And once again, another super yacht feature that you would never find on a yacht of this size. And it's a very large terrace as well. It's not just a small 3 or 4 foot fold out terrace. It's the entire height of the wall. And you can see this brings us back out to the teak-lined area. And this will bring us back out to where we started.
Because they have a pump all over the world.
And you may have thought we've seen everything on this yacht. It's already crazy impressive, but this is a Power Cat, so we have another extremely large super yacht-esque size flybridge to go check out. And this is another customized area that I think they did an incredible job with. And we will start all the way forward. I don't want to spoil anything. Here is the second helm station, and this really is the main spot that they're controlling the yacht from. All the way forward, I really like the design of the sun pad. You can see some benches here. Extends out for some larger sun pads, and then back again, so you have the customized tables. I think it fits perfectly in a space like this. And then you're never gonna find a round table like this on a 70-foot yacht. This was a custom-built table just for this yacht. But check this out, guys. Every single person in your party can comfortably dine here, up on the flybridge. We have a bar section over here. So if we raise this up, you'll see, I believe the grill is on this side. So we have a grill and a sink. And then I think it's on the other side is where we have the refrigeration. And there's also extra storage on each side. And then another custom feature on this flybridge, we have the benches aft and a custom jacuzzi built specifically for this yacht. Check this out. And even more seating on this side. I'll ask you one more time, if you're impressed by this yacht, if something has stood out to you, let me know in the comments down below. And over half of this area is protected by the hardtop. So you can see above us we have the mast. And then we have speakers built in, lighting built in. And then we also have a shade that can be put up over this aft section as well, just like downstairs in the beach club. And I think there's only one more area to see. We're gonna go check out one of the engines. Oh, excuse me.
No problem.
We're gonna give you one more shot of this aft deck area. and the main salon. And then we're going to head downstairs and check out one of the engines. I can't help it, I'm going to say it again. I am extremely impressed with this yacht. So we're just climbing down the ladder to get into one of the engine rooms. And you can see the Volvo Penta engine right here. This yacht comes with a pair of Volvo Penta D13 IPS engines, 1,350 horsepower each, giving you a top speed of 21 knots. You can cruise at 16 knots. You have about a 400 nautical mile range on this vessel. And you can also see one of the Northern Lights generators right over here. And it looks like the water maker as well. And let's set the camera down so we can climb out of here. All right, everyone. I think we've seen every single area on board this yacht. I know I'm certainly impressed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you, of course, to Lazzara Yachts for granting me access on board. Thank you again for watching, and we will catch you next time.